that was it. It was Marana Pangolin lane. You know, you think, you know, there's a lot of escape there with the leaps. You know, you can get the swashbuckles away. And Shigetsu just ran all over them. Just absolutely destroyed them in
Puckchamp
the lane.
draft. I feel like it might not be enough what they have right now. I feel like, yeah, they already have the Bat Rider. Like with this Bat Rider creating space, I'm afraid that they're
Who
just
sticks
not
out,
gonna
do you
have
think?
the tools.
Yes, they're absolutely 100% going to take game number 1. No backsies.
So I think in terms of draft, I feel like VP's draft is better, but I feel like Puckchamp is just the better team right now. Then who is my money gonna be on? My money is on VP. I feel like their draft is just way better.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see how that's going to go, guys. And if you want to put your money where your mouth is, you can click on the banner below the stream, get yourselves a free $15 bet if you're a new customer, and get yourself in on the action on this game. But the action so far, it's just going to be Sayush coming up against Shigetsu here. A little bit of harass coming out from till the end as well. Just trying to chase down Sayush, and Sayush just moving himself away. So not committing to try and go for that rune steal just yet. But notice this about as well. So they might try and get something out of this. I think he'll be able to go. There's going to be the curse coming through from the silencer now as well. So Spirit Breaker taking a lot of damage, should just be able to get himself away, but it is going to be a lot of regen committed if he wants to get himself back to full health. And in fact, are they swapping off the lanes as well? Because no, they're not. Yeah, it just looks like they're going to be sending the Naga. I was just seeing the Naga illusions as well, but it was only the illusion moving down to help out on that rune pressure. But yeah, it's just going to be standard lanes. It looks like 2-on-2, and everybody were we thought they would be.
Yep, and I think that favors VP, just because the mid lane is so much in their favor. Of course, there is always the potential of a Tiny getting a tossback kill. But I feel like Squadix is gonna have a lot of fun on this lane.
And yeah, I was going to ask you, how does that lane? Is it you just burn them down, the sticky napalm and the Firefly, because it is, you know, the melee hero up against the Bat Rider as well? Is it just how do you actually deal with that as a Tiny? You just have to sit back and take what you can get, I guess.
Yeah, you wanna play around the tree toss and tree grab. So use those for denies and then play a bit defensively when it's not up, so you don't get the sticky charges too high. Because Tiny is one of the better heroes against Batrider in terms of dissuading him from diving you, because you do have that high damage combo. You can toss him back. So if Young G plays this well, he can still farm. He's not gonna get destroyed, but it's still a Batrider favorite lane.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on the last hit in there as well, see how that goes. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, till the end, he tries to get a pull off, but Sayush gets the pull through now as well. A lot of harass coming out from the silencer onto Sayush, and we'll see just what he's going to be able to do here. The curse gets dropped as well, but it looks like he's actually just juking around, breaking some ankles. Oh, what's he going to skill up here top lane, though, as well? We can see Malik as well as Daniel. He's just getting something. I mean, they're getting half the, you know, what they need to out of this lane. They're not getting that harassed, like you said. They're just sitting back looking for the farm here. The Hoodwink just trying to get what he can. Maybe trying to just make sure he gets those range creeps out. Back in the mid lane, Squadix, he's lost a lot of health, but he does have the bottle. Yeah, does he get chased down? Firefly coming out. There is going to be that toss up into the earth, so it does toss him back and away from Young G. So he will be able to get away from that harass.
Yeah, that's what we spoke about. He's not having fun, but at least he can get the toss back to ensure his own safety.
And what do you think that the mid Tiny's going to want to build towards here? Because, like you say, he's not going to be getting a lot out of this lane. Does he want to be still looking for something like a blink for a quick engage? Or, you know, what is it that the Tiny wants, really?
I think blink is definitely the way to go.
Oh, the charge. He might be able to get first blood here on the silencer. Is it going to be enough? One more right click, and it will be secured. Stoush picks up the kill, and even till the end, just apologizing there for giving away that first blood.
Yeah, that's a very nice kill there.
See as well, Takalis just getting a little bit of aggro on Daniel, and with the Sakuchi through, Daniel's going to be moving himself, just trying to keep the pull, maybe trying to disrupt this. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Young G once again, Firefly comes out. It's going to be underneath the tier 1 tower now as well, and Young G, 5 sticky napalm stacks, but does just move himself away, and, well, Squadix at least will be able to clean up on the creeps in the lane.
Yeah, so far so good for Young G here. If you're not losing, you're doing very well as a Tiny.
Yeah. And it looks like he's queued up the bottle as well, so that's going to give him a decent amount of regen, because we constantly see every time we check this lane, you know, him down around about a third of his health, and that's not great. Even as a tiny, with a decent health pool, it's still not great if the Batrider, once he hits 6, he gets that lasso, it could spell curtains for the tiny.
It's interesting to note as well that the tiny actually went for boots before bottle. Usually you see it the other way around, but he's just really valuing that movement speed, and Krillat, not even close, doing the math, just walking away calmly.
100% calculated there from the Naga Siren. We've seen a couple of Naga Sirens throughout the Bet Boom Xmas show. Do you ever want to pick up the song early, or is that just going to be saved until around like level 9, level 10?
You want to skill it up if you're in danger of dying. Because if you skill it up, it means that you're not skilling up either the images or the Riptide, which slows down your farming. So picking up Song is bad, but dying is worse. So you want to balance it so that you skill it up exactly before you would have otherwise died. And that's a tricky balance.
Yeah, you want to get out your crystal ball and look to the future here, as there's going to be some harass coming out onto Malik. Malik, what's he going to be able to do with this here? It looks like Dakalis just backing himself away here. Krillrat just using the Riptide as well from the illusions to get some harass out onto Malik. But for now, he is just making sure he secures the creeps as well in the lane. So Malik, he's keeping the pressure on. The webs are down here. And Dakalis trying to do the best he can with this Weaver. But until, I think the Naga Siren has that net, so there is a little bit of lockdown, but Malik, he's still going to be getting a decent amount of regen. He's still pretty fast on these webs, so maybe not looking too much in terms of retreat, and just seeing if he can sustain in the lane.
Meanwhile, it looks like Tiny is actually topping the net worth, so very nice for Youngji. I think at some point he's gonna try and build an Aghanim Scepter as well. It's so good on Tiny these days. The tree volley.
Bottom lane. The cookie's going to be coming in now as well. Silencer, is he going to be able to survive through this time? It looks like they're going to get a lot of damage through the charge as well from Sayush, but he is going to be able to get himself away. One more right click. Can Notice get close enough? He absolutely can't, and Shigetsu will be able to get the kill onto Sayush there. But yeah, the Silencer does survive, so it brings it to a 1-1 score. Meanwhile, in the river though, this might be changing the score already. The toss comes through into it's going to be a really nice bushwhack there just to keep the Batrider locked down, and the damage Youngji, he gets that first blood on the mid lane, and now he's going to be able to get himself a free lane for the next 20 seconds or so as well. So that free farm, like you say, he's up there in the net worth. This could actually be the break that the Tiny needed just to get himself a little bit ahead of the Batrider. And the break you need, guys, if you think you know which way this game's going to go, you can click on the banner below, get yourself a free $15 bet if you are a new customer, and maybe you get yourself lucky in this game. But for now, Wingblade, looking at it, this game, it's a bit of a stalemate. It's a little bit slower than the games we've seen previously. Who is this going to benefit so far in the first 5 minutes of this game?
I think it's hard to say, because a lot is going to come down to how efficiently Tiny can use his Blink Dagger when he gets it. I feel like both teams are going to be happy that their carries are farming. Of course, the DD rune was a bit unfortunate for VP on the Tiny. But so far, I don't think there is a very clear winner in this laning stage.
Okay, well, we'll see. Daniel is just keeping up. He's looking for the rotates now as well, getting the harass out. Seeing if he can find Malik. Again, he's still farming. He's not too far behind the Naga Siren on the net worth now as well. Dakalis with the pull through, so I don't know if Hoodwink wants to try and disrupt this again, but Weaver will be getting himself the boots now as well. So he's just going to be able to get himself around with Sakuchi, maybe get himself, look for a rotation into the mid lane, maybe even up the score there.
So Malik has his arcane boots. Wouldn't be surprised to just see the straight Guardian Greaves from him.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Hurry said a lot of the time now the offlaners do want to be building to the Greaves. Is the Wraith pack just dead? Is it over and done with now? Has it had its patch? Has it had its day? And we're just back to the Guardian's Greaves? Or we'll have to take a look in the mid lane, because there is going to be the Bushwhack coming through, charge now onto Youngji as well. Do they have the damage to take Squad X down? There's going to be the last hole, keeping Tiny locked down. What damage can they do? Youngji might be able to get himself away from this, but the curse comes out now as well. There's going to be 3 heroes on this Tiny, and Tiny, he's just sustaining. He's not going down just yet. One more right click though, and Sayush will be able to pick it up. Another Bushwhack comes out. Dakalis, do they have the damage to take him down very far? Trying to keep himself alive. The charge once again from Sayush now as well. Dakalis going to be able to get himself a D-Ward before he goes down, but he will go down. And Daniel doing the damage. He's going to be a TP once again. Even the Chronosphere coming out on this. And Squad X is going to be caught in this, but 3 heroes around this. Will they be able to take the bat down? The Bushwhack comes out. These Bushwhacks on key. And now Sayu's going to be the only hero left alive on the side of VP. Good trading fights, even drags out, but top lane, we might not be done just yet. Malik needs to get himself away back underneath the tower because Krilliat getting harassed here with the Riptides. Going to be rotation though. There's going to be a really good avalanche towards that toss as well, just to keep him locked down onto this Naga Siren. And the Naga Siren going to go for the TP, level 6, no song. And it looks like he might be able to get himself out, just barely alive. Broodmother couldn't get the kill with the spawn Spiderlings.
Very nice. See, that's where you don't skill Song, right? Because you don't die. No problem.
Yeah, 100% calculated here. Krilliat, he's got that crystal ball out. He's seen his future. He knows what he needs to do to keep himself alive. And so far, so good.
Big props to Shigetsu as well for that rotation mid. I don't think a lot of carries would have TP'd there, but with the Chronosphere, it's a very big kill on the Batrider. They're doing a really good job at keeping him down.
Yeah, and it's like, the Chronosphere, you get a one-man pick-off early on. It's like the Black Hole, if you commit it for just a one kill, early on in the game, it's not a big investment because you do want to be going back to lane and farming there as well. So we're going to see Krilliat 7 games and a 14% win rate here on the Naga Siren. That's not a good omen.
It's really not. I mean, it's what I said, right? I like this VP draft, but I feel like Puckchamp has just been looking really strong as a team. So if they can overcome the draft disadvantage, I feel like they're gonna be coming out really strong.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll find out what's happening here in the game. Hopefully it's not a long pause. But looking at the net worth, we can see that both the Tiny and the Faceless Void are on top. I mean, we're only 10 minutes in, and the Naga Siren not too far behind here. So what's the Faceless Void's build going to be? Because, I mean, we've seen usually, you get something like maybe a Mask of Madness, you go into the Maelstrom. Coming out against the Naga Siren, would you still want to go to the Maelstrom to try and deal with these mirror images a little bit later on in the game when you start to go into those 5v5 fights?
Yeah, I think so for sure. You want to get that Maelstrom, you probably want to get that Mjolnir. And at some point, you want to get a Lincoln Sphere as well, because you're playing against both a Batrider as well as a Spirit Breaker. So it's just guaranteed value.
Okay. Yeah, and you've got... I mean, looking at Puckchamp, there's not a lot of heroes there that would want to build a Lotus Orb, I don't think. Just looking at the lineup. Okay, Brood is back. So... Meanwhile, the Naga Siren, we talked a little bit about it in the draft with me, or potentially going towards that butterfly, but is there an item build-up in your head that you think at the minute the Naga Sirens want to kind of go towards to get themselves in the best position possible in a game like this?
What we tend to see on Nagas is a quick Manta and then an Orchid. Because Naga farms really fast and she's really annoying, but she doesn't really have a lot of pressure on the map. If you just go for like Manta into Butterfly, into... heart or whatever, because people can just use spells and escape, and the Orchid remedies that somewhat. It means that you can pressure supports and even some cores, like the Tiny is not going to build anything to get rid of an Orchid anytime soon. So I would expect to see that build. I think it's very strong in this game.
Okay, well, we'll see which way they want to go with this. There is going to be the charge onto the Broodmother coming through now as well, so Malik has to back himself away. The charge, though, should still connect, so any follow-up from this, he's only level 5 as well, so there's not going to be any ultimate follow-up. Takalis might want to try and move himself in, but Malik, does he want to try and get aggressive here with these Spiderlings? It looks like he's just going to try and use it to farm up the creeps, maybe try and protect the neutral stack there as well. Meanwhile, we see Shigetsu, he's just in the lane, just farming, actually going towards a Hand of Midas. How much do you like this pickup here for the Faceless Void?
I think it's okay. He doesn't feel too pressured, and it shows that he's confident in taking this a bit later. And I think that's absolutely fair.
Okay, well, we'll see where they want to go here. I mean, Takalis going to be taking a lot of damage. It could be another charge coming through, but he might take Takalis down first. He will be able to take Takalis down first. And now the Riptides are starting to build up on Mark as well as the charge coming through. This might be the control they needed to squash that spider. And it will be Sayush that gets the kill, but a good double bushwhack. What's that follow-up going to be? Young G comes through. There's going to be a sharpshooter now as well on Sayush. He might be the next target. He will be the next target. And Silence are going to get some in off that there with the kill onto Sayush.
All in all, I think it's roughly an even trade. Daniel, gonna be going for the bushwhack.
What can they do though? I mean, Krilliat, he's just gonna be able to slither. I think the Naga Siren does away. I don't know how fish move on land, but whatever it is, the Naga Siren does that to get away though.
And it is gonna be the Maelstrom coming up next.
Okay. We are going to see a charge, maybe just to get him back in lane. Meanwhile, on the top lane now as well, the Bushwhack comes through. They get the lockdown onto Ducalis, and Ducalis will be taken out there here. Daniel getting himself a kill on the board. And yeah, I mean, this Hoodwink, he's got himself some good rotations. You know, he's found himself, what, 2-0 and 3 so far in this game. So he's been involved in most of the kills on Puckchamp. And now that we see Young G, is this just the answer? You know, you don't really have a great lane against the Batrider. So does he just want to be moving now with his two supports to find pickoffs, do you think?
Yeah, I think so for sure. I mean, what else would you do? Like static farm a lane?
Yeah, true. Sayush getting a charge off there, but the Bushwhack comes out. Hoodwink out of mana, but nothing to come through. Just a little bit of a how do you do on both sides here as Malik moving into the enemy jungle, trying to find the farm, trying to take it away from the Naga Siren here, which is probably the more important part of this. And Malik's going to be able to find a good couple of camps.
Also, it's worth noting that with a Broodmother, a Naga Siren, and a Faceless Void Midas in this game, the top farmer is, of course, Snapfire.
Of course, the Snapfire that we've not talked about. We're not really seen so far a lot in this game, apart from the early aggression coming through. And I'm pretty sure playing the position 4. I think it was no, it was a 3, wasn't it? Because yeah, on the 3. In fact, we might see a little bit coming out now from the Snapfire, but what are core Snapfire's build? Like, very genuinely, I don't remember the last time I saw an offlane Snapfire. What is it that the Snapfire wants to go towards?
So any offlaner can build Griefs if they want to go full Flavor of the Month mode. So that's an option. Aside from that, I think that going for an Aghanims is also quite nice. Oh, this is a Death Weaver.
Is it? The Spylons, he's got that time-lapse stuff now as well, but it's just going to be back into the Waiting's arms of the Silencer, even the Central Wall being down as well. But no lockdown to keep him in place, no anchor point there for the Weaver. So it looks like he will be able to get himself away. So close to going down to the curse on the Silencer, but no stolen intelligence here today.
Yeah, that's a nice escape. But oh no, Krillats!
It's so great when the Bushwhack just, you know, because it puts them in place to where they are. Ducalis is going to be chased down into the trees now as well. Gets taken down by Malik. So we see this Broodmother, the superior bug. And what else is he going to be able to get out of this now as well? So he's trying to do the best he can. Young G. Was the Bushwhack going to come through the chase now onto Daniel? Daniel going to get himself away from this. All of his spells on cooldown. Even the Mortimer Kiss is going to be dropped. The Global Silence comes out though. Cancels off those Morty Kisses. They still get the kill onto the Hoodwink. So anybody for barbecued squirrel?
Did you just call Broodmother a bug? Damn.
I mean, arachnid, bug, they're still, you know, little and creepy looking. Although Broodmother not that little.
So
a lot creepy looking.
In this moment of downtime, I have a bit of a question for you. The key thing that distinguishes bugs is that they have like 6 appendages, right? Like 6 arms or legs.
Okay.
True? Right. So is Centaur a bug then?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. So we've officially confirmed that both Underlord and Centaur Warrunner are actually bugs. Okay, let's get back into the game.
Yeah, as we can see, so he's just doing a little bit of farming here. What's he going towards? He's actually going to be going towards a BKB. So he wants the Shadow Blade into the BKB. Meanwhile, they're going to be trying to make a move onto the Batrider. Once again, he's going to be caught up in the air by the Bushwhack. And the Sharpshooter will take him down. Sayush going to get himself away from this now as well. The chase is on, but it looks like the Spirit Breaker is going to be that little bit faster.
Really nice kill once again. And VP is leading by 1k gold, but I don't feel like they're leading in terms of strength.
Yeah, Chronosphere comes out now as well. Might be able to do the damage onto Snapfire here. Is he going to be able to get himself away from this? The stack up till the end will be able to pick up himself up another kill. Ducalis might be the next on the chopping block. Can they get him away? Going to be the Bushwhack. No, the time-lapse. Bushwhack was just a little bit too short. Doesn't actually latch now. And Ducalis, he's going to be skittering away for whether it's life. Young G on that chase. Avalanche doesn't connect. Ducalis, he does duke it out, breaking some ankles. Getting himself out of danger here now as well. And the charge on the top lane up against the Broodmother. The Broodmother, can he get himself away? Once again, Malik, though, the ultimate does fly through. It locks down the Broodmother. And there is going to be the lasso as well, so they might be able to barbecue the spider here. And Malik Does he get... No, he's in the trees. They're trying to get himself around, but he will go down. Squadix eventually gets that kill. And, yeah, what better way to deal with a spider than a flamethrower here? That's how I deal with all of the spiders, that I come across. Is Young G. The charge came through, but he does still pick up the double damage. Not in danger in the river at all.
Starting to see a bit of action here. It's gonna be very hard to kill this brute once she gets the Guardian Griefs, though. And there we go.
I mean, we can see the Naga Siren, like I say, he's going to go towards that Manta style here. How is he looking? Top of the net worth as well. So he's found a good couple of camps here. He's found that space. So, mid lane, can they get themselves on top of the silencer? Looks like the curse is just going to fly through. Yeah, the backup came through from Shigetsu as well. So even without the Chronosphere, going to be enough to dissuade the push onto this tier 1 tower in the mid lane.
And Shigetsu is going to be going for a BKB after his Maelstrom. Definitely a safe option. It's not the best BKB game, honestly, but you kind of feel forced to get it against just the sheer amount of spells that VP has. Like, it's not good against one of them individually, but all of them together, fair enough.
Once again, the sharpshooter's going to come through. Do they have any follow-up onto this? There is going to be the acorn shot from the Hoodwink, but not enough damage to follow up. And yeah, do you think he's forced into the BKB for potentially something like the song coming out? He doesn't want to lose that Chronosphere time when he does get it off and doesn't catch the Naga Siren. Is that one of the big reasons he might go towards the BKB?
Yeah, I think so. Like, ideally, you want to Chrono the Naga and kill her inside the Chrono, but that's not always going to happen. So having a BKB is just a safe bet. There are very few games where you build a BKB and you're like, oh, this was such a bad item this game.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it is going to go for him here as Puckchamp. They did take down that mid-tier 1 tower, and Malik, I was going to say starting to take over the jungle, but he's not left the jungle for, the past 7 or 8 minutes here. He's just taken over this dire jungle. He's forcing the Naga Siren to farm towards the dire triangle, maybe into the Radiant jungle, which is going to be fairly risky for the Naga Siren. But what's Mark going to be able to do? Trying to go for the chase onto Saush. Saush, can he get himself away from this one? The avalanche won't connect, but he is still going to be seen by the Spiderlings now as well. The spawn Spiderlings comes out, and Saush, he's just going to be trapped in here. And the rotation comes through as well from the Hoodwink. He's trying to get that charge away. Do they have enough to take him down? No, Saush, skin of his teeth, the sharpshooter. So close. But it doesn't connect. He's going to be able to get that TP away. He's going to be fine.
That was so close with the sharpshooter. I'm not sure if it would have been enough damage, but it would have been epic.
Yeah, and it was the edge as well. If it had just been a little bit more on target, like I say, because it was just at the edge of the range. That is... I mean, good thing for the Hoodwink, but great here for Sayush to get himself away. Now the charge onto Malik again. Do they have the lockdown? The Mortimer kisses are going to be coming through. But again, the global silence immediately as the spit starts. Silencer just says, shut your mouth. And keeps him from spitting all over the place.
Yeah, this Brood is going to be just so impossible to kill this game. With the global coming out too, and just the Hoot and the Greaves. I'm not sure how they're going to deal with their spider problem.
Yeah, it's a bit of an infestation at this point, and like I say, I don't know how they deal with it now as well. They're going to try and go. The ultimate comes out from the Spirit Breaker, the Cookie now on top of the Broodmother. They might be able to take him down. 4 heroes it's going to cost to take them down on Malk. He's not even going to be done just yet. Can he get himself away from this one? A lot of damage stacking up. The BKB from Squadix now as well. Dukas might be able to take him down. No! He's just surviving through all of this, and now the Chronosphere as well onto the Bat Rider. You can see they get a kill into Dukas. He's going to try and change targets now as well onto the Bat Rider, and Malik survives through a 4-man rotation onto just solo to survive long enough for the rest of his team to come and back him up and get 2 kills, 3 kills out of that.
Man, that has to feel bad for VP. They were like, oh, this Broodmother is dead. We can move on to the next target. Then he keeps fighting, and you can see the VP nerves getting a bit higher. And then Malik gets his second usage of the Guardian Greaves.
Yeah, and he just turns himself on as well. He gets his lifesteal coming through on the and Dukalis, because he's point blank trying to take him down, and the Broodmother just out trades him. So low on health, like literally one right click without getting the lifesteal off probably would have been enough to get the kill, and he just couldn't get it. Young G, Dukalis, so he does steal that haste rune. He's going to be able to get himself away. Tiny doesn't want to chase here, even with the blink. Doesn't want to go for the aggression onto the Weaver, so at least he gets himself out there with a haste.
It's starting to look very good for Puckchamp. They're keeping up in terms of farm, and they're winning almost every single fight. And now a BKB for the Void too.
Yeah, they might try and jump onto Young G. But what are they really going to be able to do? Because, I mean, he's looking at nearly 2,400 health here. And, yeah, underneath the tier 2 tower, so there's going to be rotations, TPs. So they maybe change targets. Danielle, that tier 1 tower only has a little bit of health left now as well. Is there going to be any TP rotations in? Daniel, does he survive through this? He is going to be able to keep himself alive, and now the turnaround might come. They're going to be able to get the avalanche off. Even Nagasiren getting caught in this. The Arcane Curse comes out with the mirror image. Is there going to be enough damage with the global silence as well? It just stops the multi-kisses. Every time they come out, he just shuts him down straight away. And now she gets to going to be charged. Are they going to be able to take down this Faceless Void? I mean, Faceless Void still has that time lapse. So Squadix gets taken down by Malik once again. They get the kill onto Sayush. And this is just going to be Puckchamp once again, 16-5 at 22 minutes. And there's the kills, the kill potential coming out from VP against Puckchamp. It just keeps on getting smaller and smaller and smaller. When you can't get a kill onto, you can't secure that kill onto what, a position for Hoodwink, what really can you do against the side of Puckchamp?
Yeah, the goal is even right now, but it just doesn't feel like VP can do anything on the map. They constantly have top lane being pushed in. They have no chance at killing the Void. The Tiny, like you mentioned, has 2400 HP. So it feels like all they can kill is supports, and they can't even kill those.
Yeah, so free Aegis going the way she gets her again. Krillia, he's been forced out of the Dire Jungle. He's going towards the heart after the Orchid, so he wants that survivability for himself. And it's still really risky to be farming when there's, you know, you've got the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane, or they might be able to make a charge onto Silence here, but Malik just says, you know, leave my baby alone, and he's not talking about the spider lanes till the end. Sharpshooter will connect this time. Now they're going to be able to get a chase down into Sayush. Sayush, I don't see him getting himself out of this one now. Till the end, does pick up another kill. More intelligence here for the Silencer. And meanwhile, this is going on. So look at this Faceless Void. He's just to be able to find himself noticed just out in the open here. The cookie comes out. Was that time walk 2 seconds away? The net does connect here onto the Faceless Void with the BKB. It's going to be the toss up into the air as well onto the Nagasiren. Nagasiren shouldn't be able to get himself away from this one. Surely, Bushwhack. It's not going to connect, but the time walk comes forward once again. The BKB still goes, so there's not going to be... In fact, I think the song was used there. It was, but it wasn't in time. The BKB was still there. Shigetsu gets the kill, and no way for the Naga to get away.
Yeah, and they didn't even need Chrono for that. It's starting to feel effortless for Puckchamp. The gold lead just doesn't... oh, that's it.
Reflect, yeah, the Avatars once again. Young G gets the kill on Dakalis. Couldn't even get the time lapse off. The curse coming through from the Silencer there as well. So Silencer, even more big brains. And at the minute, Puckchamp, it just feels like they control the entire map.
Yeah, the gold lead really doesn't reflect the power imbalance between these teams. It feels like VP can barely leave the base anymore, because all of their net worth is concentrated on this Naga. And Naga still can't fight, so that's 14,000 net worth. That's practically wasted.
Yeah, and guys, if you want to focus your net worth, you can click on the banner below. New customers do get a free $15 bet, so make sure you check that out. As Shigetsu just coming up against this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane here, Faceless Void. Like I say, the BKB's out. He's got that Maelstrom going towards a Butterfly now. And 3 minutes, nope, changes his mind. Yeah, back to the Lincolns, like you said in the draft. With the Lincoln's queued up, you know, he's got that Aegis for the next 3 minutes. Even if you have to lie to me, what can VP do realistically to get themselves back in this game?
If they wait for the Aegis and they can pick off the Void somehow, I feel like a charge into a Nether Strike and a net with the Orchid could be enough to kill the Void. That is, if the Void doesn't have fingers and mispresses his BKB.
Okay, carry on. I like the way this is going. Yeah.
And then of course they get the Weaver. He's gonna accidentally find like 4 kills, so he gets a Lotus Orb to dispel the silence, and an Aghanims to time lapse the Chrono target. Of course. And
of course.
The Batrider is split pushing all 3 lanes at once.
Meanwhile, the mid lane, multiple kisses are going to be coming in this time. The Silencer, no! He still gets the global off, even with him being the target of the damage of Bushwhack. But are they going to be able to chase down onto Dakalis? Dakalis, he is going to be revealed by the dust here. The time what comes in the wrong direction. They're still going to be able to get themselves in. Avatos comes out, and Dakalis goes back in the box. They got a kill! They got a kill!
They got a kill. They traded 1 for 1, and they even forced the global silence. That's very good for VP.
Yeah, I mean, win probability still says 81%, but all that means is there's still a chance for VP to come back in this game. Malik, though, what's he got? Guardian's Greaves going towards the Aghanim Scepter here. Naga Siren close to that heart, not too far away from that at all. Well, about 300, 200 gold-ish. But meanwhile, Faceless Void, he's just stacking up the net worth, getting close to this Lincoln Sphere, and he's got the full Melania there as well, so he did fully upgrade that, and that's just going to be running hell against this Naga Siren.
Yeah, if you put that on the Brute or the Tiny and they just jump in, they're gonna deal so much damage.
The Callus, maybe that's not the direction you want to go there, mate. Walking up onto Malik. Malik's just saying, free tasty meal. Thank you very much here. Till the end. I mean, even the Silencer, he's, not the lowest net worth. We'll see another charge coming through now as well. With the ultimate coming through from Sayush, is that follow-up damage going to come through? Does he get himself away with the Force Staff? The damage, though, still will be there. Krilliat picking it up with the mirror images now as well, but the tree toss onto Krilliat. Song will go. Is there going to be any follow-up? Here, the BKB, the Chronosphere comes out now as well, and Krilliat, he's going to be caught once again. The damage is going to be enough to take him down. She gets with the BKB into the Chronosphere. Had enough warning with the Song already going there on the Tiny. Just gets himself another kill on the board. 4-0 and 5 here for this Faceless Void.
Yeah, Shigetsu has had this Aegis for almost 5 minutes now, and he hasn't come like below 50% HP. I don't think they can even kill him once.
Yeah, that would be, I mean, he's literally not died at all this match, been in the right place, right time, backed up by his team members as well. He gets that Aegis off, the charge comes through, but Sayush, maybe his eyes are a little bit bigger than his stomach there, as he's just going to be forced to back away from Shigetsu.
The Aghanims is almost up for Brood Mother as well, so it's about to get a whole lot worse for VP.
How much do you like this? I think we've talked about this before. I hate this Aghanims.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
It's just, well, it's invisible to enemies, I'm pretty sure. It trips, it alerts you on the map when it's been tripped as well. It's a pain in the ass. Like, genuinely no other way to say it. It's just a massive pain in the ass.
Yeah, I feel like it should be destroyable if you have detection. Like, give it 2 HP and you need to attack it twice, and it gives a bit of gold. Like, most of the things like this you can destroy in some way or get gold from. Like, even the tree and the Aghanims, you can just cut down the trees. But for Brood, it's like, nah, we're just gonna give everything. And you can't do anything about it.
Well, I suppose if it got nerfed, we might see less Brood picks, which, for us, that might be a good thing, but the Pro teams, it is quite exciting when the Brood comes out. In fact, now as well, the Global Stance is going to be used, the Lassos there, the Mortimer Kisses. I think that was it just the cookie? It was. The Mortimer Kisses are still there. Malik, though, going to survive through this with the Guardian's Greaves coming through. BKB for the Squad X. It's going to be wearing off right now, and the Avatars comes out to get the kill onto the back right. They've already taken down Callus now as well. And I think 23-7 at the minute. Puckchamp, it would take a miracle here for VP to come back into this game. It looks like they're still going to try here, maybe just getting some practice in, working out that coordination as a team, because it is a brand new team here for the side of VP. So maybe the longer this game goes, they just get the communication down, maybe just want to practice it in that end game scenario here as well. But for the minute, Puckchamp just absolutely ruling the roost here in game number 1.
Yeah. They used all of their spells on the Brute, and they got them to, what was it, like 50% HP?
Yeah, something like that. Like, it wasn't low at all.
No.
Another charge coming through the Bushwhack, though, catches onto the Naga Siren. What can they do? Silencer's going to be rotating through as well. Anything to cancel off this TP. Naga will be able to get himself away. It looks like Sayush going to try and do it on foot. But yeah, the aggression stop there. So Puckchamp don't really get anything out of that. They do force out a Song, though, which isn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. I think VP is going to be pretty happy with their Naga surviving there. Could have gone a lot worse. Malik once again charged. Malik once again not caring about being charged though.
Yeah, it just drops the spiderweb, just drops the
even cliffs him down. That's a power move.
Poor Sayush getting cliff teased, and now he's going to be chased down and killed off here as well. Does the shame ever end as Silencer does pick up that kill? Youngji does take down the Callus as well. Backlines, Chronosphere, do they have the damage to take this Naga down? The Cookie, though, he pops that mirror image, so the Cookie doesn't actually connect. He's going to try and get himself away. The BKB comes out from Shigetsu. They know there's no Song. What can they do to try and chase onto Krilliat? Does he want to time walk himself forward here to bash it? But it actually comes out unnoticed, but not enough damage to take him down. And Malik even diving in the base a little bit. But it looks like they might just give up the ghost On diving onto the lasso. They get the drag back into Malik. Mal just hanging around on the wall. Now the global stance. What can they do? The cookie comes out. There's the Lotus Orb coming through from the Snapfire. And Mortimer Kisses are still available now.
Have you ever meant to dodge the Snapfire cookie?
No, but I'm not that good.
Good, right. That's the word I was looking for too.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is, right? You're just getting your spell dodge practice in.
Yeah, true. Roche gonna be up in 30 seconds. Oh, and this is so next level. They leave the gem there, so they have vision.
Okay. I mean, what is right? I mean, he's 17 seconds away. And yeah, I mean, Takalis isn't even anywhere close to it. So they're just going to sit the Hoodwink in the pit. Maybe? Okay, never mind. No, okay, they are just going to leave the gem. They are so unscared of losing the net worth that they, yeah. And now they see Roshan is back, and like you said, they just move themselves into the pit.
Picks up the gem
Can
again.
VP contest this?
No, there is no chance.
So no, like, Mega Song into Morty Kisses into, you know, Batrider, just take it. I mean, Saishi's going to charge through the pit, so they know it's happening. So yeah, we'll just see, and there's just no response.
They can go for Song, but the moment Song ends, they're gonna get global silenced.
And yeah, you can see it is just going to be another free Aegis. Even the hat, poor Roche, just wants to celebrate Christmas in peace. And his house gets invaded. They take his Aegis, which I guess technically is a present, and they even just let his hat roll out into the river to get soggy.
Feels bad, man. Krillat working towards a butterfly, which is gonna be quite nice. This Naga is still quite strong. It's just that in the game that she's playing right now, she can't do anything.
Yeah. Okay. Shigetsu as well has the Chronosphere. They might, I mean, they're seeing a couple of illusions, but the smoke hasn't popped just yet, so they know it's not the real one. He continues to time walk in the trees. Smoke's going to break now as well. The Bushwhack. Does he throw the Chronosphere? He's going to see. He gets. Was that the bash? Was that a first hit bash on the TP wailing? Now Krilliat, the BKB comes out as well. He's trying to get himself away here. Krilliat, they're not even going to try and commit that Chronosphere. They get the kill, and Daniel gets the kill here on the Nagasai, and Krilliat gets taken down. First hit bash.
She's only dead for 50 seconds though. She's really low level.
Yeah, what level is the Brood actually? I mean, 23 on Shigetsu, so he's got that Lincoln Sphere. Is he going back? Because, I mean, he's got that Ultimate Orb now as well. Is that just a casual Ultimate Orb? Because he wants to go with the, towards the MK. Oh,
yeah.
On the courier, okay.
He has way too much farm. I do believe
Like
Naga is
25K.
like level 17 or something, because her respawn timer was really short.
Yeah, and it just kind of shows that, like I say, Puckchamp have completely taken over this map. Even the spiderweb going down on the stairs, just in case anyone wants to chase here. Shigetsu still has that Chronosphere, so they're going to be able to step themselves up onto the tier 3. Base defense, what are VP's options? What do they do here?
They don't really have any deep push. They have some Naga illusions, which are admittedly annoying, but not game breaking. And I guess they have Scatter Blast? They have like no deep push. They can't do anything about avoid just hitting their towers.
Yeah, and he's just going to continue. He has that Aegis for the next 2.5 minutes. Lincoln Sphere's now. The Lasso's going to be dragging him back. Global stance as well. So, do they do anything from this? I mean, the damage coming through onto the Nagasaran already. He's just going to be taken down. No buyback. And that's going to be another kill for the Hoodwink. And GG's just going to be called here as the Chronosphere, a celebratory Chronosphere comes out. They're going to celebrate by taking down another 2, another 3 heroes. Do they get a full team wipe? It's going to be the Sayush. I'm pretty sure he's in base.
What a bloody slaughter.
Yeah.